Hello, my fellow YouTubers and TikTokers. Got a quickie here for you. Got my emissions meter right there for EMF tester. It's in the wheel. I got my little coil that I would have there to turn the wheel. It's just sitting on a aluminum plate. Where is my aluminum plate? My aluminum plate is gone. Schnizzle. Oh, there it is. Won't work without the aluminum plate. Hello, aluminum plate. And hello, my coil. All right, aluminum plate, the coil. And I gotta show a quick test. Here is my neodymium 52s. There's 4 magnets together, like 1.25 inches, 1.5 diameter. And the light is inside here, so you know there's a back EMF. When the light flashes, the back EMF is firing. When I put it south facing or north facing, let's check that's the south, that's north. So if it's north, that'd be south pole coming out. So I'm gonna take the north first and go down. And you know, when this fires, it's throwing a north up. Funny thing is the emissions come off inside Ed's wheel. Pretty fascinating. You ready? Let's see if we can get a shot of both. Ooh. So if we had a rate, yep, it's going off. The thing is, this thing, if it was on a spring, it would just go up and down all by itself. Now let me flip it over to the south pole, which throws out a north field magnet. Hold on. Uh-oh, shit. No, now it's north. Ooh, a lot of magnets there. Everything's safe. All my test stuff is on the ground. We are good to go, guys. So, with that being said, to my experimenters, I want to show you something. Let's go ahead and make another video and end it here, or do I continue? Let's continue. Jeez. Okay, where do I go from here? I need nothing. Let's just go for it. All right, guys. Shazam, turning it around. We are right here. How you doing? Hope you can see me. Let's talk about something. I just showed you, I took the coil, that's my little, sample, a little Bedini coil, right, on a 2N3055. And every time I bring that magnet towards the coil, it has a back EMF happening, and it shows up in that 12-volt light. And you can put multiple more lights, nothing actually, the brightness stays. So I haven't put that to a test though, but it seems to be on the backside of the power wire, so you can call it the negative after the positive does the work. But in retrospect, I think there's more to it than that. So I want to talk about a couple things. I think it comes down to the resultant of 6 different things. It'd be goal-oriented. Now, I want you guys who are into this to realize you got Ed's wheel, you got the pipes, you got the PMHs, they're there, the wheel's there, the Ed's wheel's there, but it's not turning. We're using the mass, we're using the magnets, we're using the Bedini wheel, and then we're adding electrostatic, and we're going to apply all these. And I think that this should sum it up for all you guys who are very interested. Love you all. Here we go. Radio frequency emissions, magnetostrictio of mass. And that's what we're looking at when we're dealing with this setup over here, with that Leedskalnin setup here. Magnetostrictive masses emit heat and undergo dimensional changes on a temporary basis. When exposed to varying magnetic fields, the molecular alignment of mass with the field of current induces mechanical pressures that causes a distortion in the dimensional change, normally such as physics changes have assumed to be temporary or unimportant plasticity. This is where my electrostatics come in. Certain non-magnetic substances like dielectric crystals also react to an imposed magnetic field. With molecular realignment, the realignment causes a crystal distortion in a direction with alternating current fields. Oscillations occur. Such is a piezoelectric, which is such part of the crystal Kortsky experiment attraction that I've gotten into. The angle of the turn of the molecular in the axis is proportional to the strength of the induced magnetic field until a limit is saturated, is reached, the Weber angle, or maximum distortion potential of the dielectric. So that's why you're seeing plastics show up in dielectrics. And also, you guys, in Ed's wheel, through all the times I've taken it apart and put it back together, this is the longest the wheel has ever been together, because the cement itself, I realized that in Ed's wheel, there was little fibers. And I don't know what the fibers were, but to me, he took something. So I took fiberglass. And then I also went to 3 different beaches and got sand. I got 99.9% crystal sand from the beach down here in Florida. That everything there is 99.9 quartz. That's in there. I made my own cement, basically. It's a very strong dielectric cement I made. Very important here. I noticed there was certain attributes about Ed's wheel that I kept going back and, analyzing. The cement is just not cement. So we have a strong, and that's where, you got your bolts coming out of the neutrals, and there's 4 of them in the center. So in additional, so we left off at the maximum distortion potential of a dielectric, the Weber angle. If additional power is applied to create a still stronger magnetic field, which is what we're doing, molecules that happen to exceed the Weber angles are wrenched away to migrate along the field path to form bonds of new positions of equilibrium. The displacement and reposition molecules are termed defections or displaced ions. Maxwell, Jans, 1916. This information is pretty interesting. The stress model, which is Ed's wheel. The electric force between charged particles is independent force and proportional to the masses themselves. Since in special relativity, mass and energy are related, E equals mc squared. The strength of the gravitational fields increases as the energies of the virtual particles increase. Wow. An artificial induced increased stress in the mass increases the energy on both virtual particles and gravity. Tell me Ed did not levitate. In an electron flow, such as common electricity along a conductor, the pressure of the flow affects the mass of the conductor by several methods. Down to the last 6 things that I have said as a requisite towards Ed's wheel to be complete in many ways. Number 1, Drum roll, please. Number 1. Bam. Ready? Number 1. Free electrons are displaced by induced energy. Number 1. Number 2. Torque from electrical action is applied to the mass. Let's get some kinetics going there. Number 3. Stresses are induced within the mass. Big time. Number 4. Compression is induced within the mass. Woo! Gotta have your compression in a back wall. Number 5. Compression, ether. I would think ether might be in a play. Number 5. Structure bonds are affected. Such imposed stresses. Structured bonds are affected by such imposed stresses of the 4 before it. Number 6. Ion orbital structure is relative to the induced energy. Greater energy produces energy absorption with smaller orbits, higher velocities. It's called the Paquin fraction. So anyway, you guys, leave your comments. Anybody wants to see another Hey Vinny video, just go ahead and ask a question. Hey Vinny. Adios. Have a great night. Peace, love. Avoid the pain.